Get the music.
Welcome to another episode on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, and today I have a special guest. This man is part of the family here in the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. I got no other than Mr. Absolute Kris Kage, 24/7. Just to let y'all know that. But the man, the legend himself, Mr. Kris Kage. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, brother? Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure to be on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Back in action over here, getting ready for a big weekend. And I know you're excited about this weekend too. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, man. I mean, of course, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report is sponsoring your match coming up this weekend. Coming up, I mean, I'm excited about it because me and you talked about this match. You're having this match with Mr. Iron Fist himself, Joe Bulrog, who was supposedly, I think last month was supposed to be a tag team match, but now it's going to be singles. And it looks to me that you're so focused now that you're doing the single thing. I mean, how you been feeling ever since, I know you're partner for many years, walked away from the business. How are you feeling these days now that you know that your brother just walked away from the business?
It's been an adjustment.
Mm.
An adjustment that I don't think I'm done adjusting with yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, it's not exactly easy. You know, when you're used to something for so many years, and things are still going pretty good. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of a surprise, but I respect my brother and what he likes to, and his decisions, and I know that he was stepping away if he really felt that he wanted to step away, that it was something that he really wanted, because he wouldn't have gone if he didn't really want to. And it's been I took a little bit of a moment to kind of take my breath and get my bearings, but now I'm ready to dive back in. Yeah. And this Saturday is going to be the beginning of that, and I'm feeling excited. You know what I'm saying? The emotions are all over the place. Even though I said goodbye to one brother, this Saturday I got to step into the ring with another one that's is as close to being a brother as well. So you were there last time when, me and the superstar stepped into the ring with each other, so you knew, and you spoke to me beforehand, so you knew exactly how personal and emotional the situation was for both of us, and you're gonna be there again for another one.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be.
It seems like I'm around all this brotherly love fights. What's going on?
Right. I don't know what's going on. Like I told you the last time I was here, I don't really know what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I got the ghosts of Christmas past are just coming at me left and right. You know what I'm saying? So
no. See, it's funny because you said you started a new journey, but I think this past weekend you happened to go to NEW, and I saw
NAW, New Age Wrestling. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, New Age Wrestling, and you attacked the champion. So now you got your sight on that title, and it looks like from this pain, and you have emotional pain from now your brother walking out, from the business. Now you just like you taking it out on everybody, because it seems to me, and like you said, I've been around this whole situation the last couple of months. It looks like everybody's targeting you, and now you turn the tables around. Now you targeting everybody else.
I told you before, I don't know where all this aggression and all this animosity is coming from the people around me.
Yeah.
Now, even though it may confuse me, and even though it throws me off, it takes me by surprise a little bit. It doesn't mean I'm going to back down from anything that comes my way. Doesn't mean I'm going to back down from any of these challenges, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to say no if somebody like Bulrog or anybody else says they want to get in the ring with yours truly. That's what's happening right now. Just like I mentioned a few nights ago in my message to Joe Bulrog, all he had to do was ask. He didn't have to go through all this hoopla. He didn't have to go on the podcast and say what he had to say. Respect the craft, this, that, talking to Raymond Sanchez. He didn't have to come out and call me out. All he had to do was call me on the phone. He got my number and said, yo, Took, you and me, one-on-one. Let's do it. Just for the passion, baby. Just for the sportsmanship, baby. Just for the love of it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just because it's throwback. Just because it's old school. Just because we've been together for so many years and we have never gotten the chance to get in the ring with each other.
You know, but he came to my podcast right after he came from Respect the Craft. And he was kind of like upset at you because the way the match ended between you and your brother, Whiplash. And I mean, to me, I take it like, listen, you're gonna win by any means necessary. He took that kind of personal. So I mean, I think he's still walking around with that. I mean,
here's what people like Joe and everybody else that watches from the peripheral don't understand. Okay. What I did in my match against the superstar was nothing that the superstar would not have done given the same opportunity. My brother Whiplash knows this, and he's accepted this. I don't know if anybody was paying attention, Joe Bulrog included, but just a few weeks after that one-on-one matchup with my brother, the Zoltan reunited, and we were rocking and rolling peas and carrots all over again, like it was yesterday, okay? Because that's what it's all about. You know, you've seen us together, Ultimate One. You know what Whiplash and myself are all about, okay?
It's funny because I thought after the match, and I was there that night when you got attacked after at the end of the show, we found you in the parking lot. I figured, well, you know, Mike came to you, Superstar Whiplash was right next to you, along with TJ Marconi. And so I figured, like, okay, everything is squash. Your guys wrestled, and that's it. But all of a sudden now Bulrog didn't like the way the ending is, and I thought because the match never happened, the tag team match with the, you know, you had a stipulation we're gonna bring in a surprise opponent. I figured, well, you know what? Okay, it is what it is. But it seems like he still wants you in that ring, brother. I don't know. And I heard what you said to him and Respect the Craft. He hasn't won a match at the project, and you say you're gonna leave him at 0. And he looked like he didn't like what you said. So I
mean, you know, I'm not a gambling man, but if I was, and I'm looking at the scoreboard of Project Codename Wrestling, and I see Joe Bulrog with a big fat donut on the first column and a whole bunch of numbers on the second column, and then I look at the absolute Kris Kage and I see numbers on that first college and a nice 0 on the other. That means, you know what that means? Undefeated, baby. Okay? Who am I putting my money on? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to insult nobody. I didn't insult nobody. But what I'm saying is, hey.
I mean, so let me ask you this question. So let's say you have this match this Saturday and you defeat him. Will you bring him into your family again? Would you try to say, hey, look, because I know you and TJ, you know, that's part of the family. Will you bring him in? Or is it up to him?
Listen, I think even Joe knows this. Whatever's happening between us, I understand what's going on. Huh? Joe, listen, he's looking for that win. Hey, he's looking for a match against yours truly. He's been waiting for it for a long time. It's been about 14 years. You heard him say it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, my question is why he waited 14
He's been waiting for it. It's a dream match. He goes to sleep thinking about it at night. I've been on his mind for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Okay?
He's having sleepless nights.
Come on. I'm not the one losing sleep over Joe Bulrog. Joe Bulrog's the one losing sleep over the absolute Kris Kage. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And if that's what he wants to do, he wants to try to get his first win over me. I respect it. I feel bad though, because he's gonna be disappointed at the end of the night.
So now that now you're in the singles career right now, or the singles run, we're gonna put it as singles run. I mean, are you looking at all indies to try to capture all the titles, or are you gonna be the new belt collector in the professional wrestling now in the indies? Because it looks like ever since that happened, your brother walked out. You focused, brother. You focused on trying to making a name and put a stamp on the indie scene, so.
Well, here's the thing. Superstar Whiplash and myself have been together running this road for 10 years now, 11 years now. Been together double that time before even breaking in. And there comes a moment where you gotta, take a step back and you gotta look at yourself. You heard me mention that I'm analyzing myself through a different lens. That's a true story. Fact of the matter is that I understand most of my accomplishment, everything I've done, everything I've achieved, every level I've gotten to, save for the one instance here or there. Superstar has been standing right next to me. The most important moments of my career have been shared with Whiplash. The most fun times of our careers, the best road trips, the laughs, the everything, everything you hear stories about. Whiplash right there next to me. So like I mentioned earlier, it's a little bit of an adjustment, but at the same time, I understand that Kris Kage on his lonesome don't got much of a resume, don't got much to stand on. And I'm looking to remedy that. I'm looking to change that. And you know me, it's go big or go home. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna walk in and look for, see where I can fit in? No. Like you said, I'm showing up to New Age Wrestling. Okay. I was there. I was on commentary all night. I was watching the action. I did my homework. I'm a student of the game. I watched from top to bottom. You know why? Because I wanted to see who was it? Who was the one that I was going to point out of that lineup? And it just so happened the person that got my attention was the New Age Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Millennial Dragon, Chris Taylor. Because why not? Because you know what? Chris Taylor, he's been running hard for a long time, and you can start. I'm noticing the wear and tear on him. Okay, if you're hearing me, Chris Taylor, you never know, you might hear this. Okay, I see you, baby, and I see the championship weighing on you. Okay, it's heavy. Let me take it off of you. Let me relieve you of that pressure. Take a break. Go ahead, take a vacation. It looks like you need it, brother.
So what?
And to be perfectly honest, Springfield, Massachusetts could use a little flavor, like the Absolute. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So some of that swag,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So throw a little pepper on this white rice.
There was another person. I can't remember the person's name while you was on Respect the Craft. While Joe Bulrog was talking, somebody else called you out. Who was it that they called you out?
Oh man, I don't know. The list is getting long. Ultimate One. Okay.
I'm like, I don't understand that. It's like you gonna need an army, brother, because they come in from every side, and it's like.
And you know what? I find it funny and ironic that you say that, because I'm all these years. You got me. You got Whiplash. You got the Blood Brother. I got, I could throw the signal out at any time and they'll come running. I get the backup. But the moment I announce to the world that I'm flying solo, you see them coming out of the woodwork. It's okay.
But they were coming after you even when you was with Marconi. Everybody was saying, wow, you had like a big target on you.
And that's a big mistake. They really don't want to deal with that.
I mean,
they really don't want to deal with that. Not to mention, I got big plans coming up. Next couple of months are going to be interesting. We're just getting started here, baby.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
We're just revving up the engine. I haven't even gotten the vehicle moving yet.
It's gonna be interesting, guys. So So there was a little something that Ray mentioned about the goat or Bulrog trying to take over the goat. Tell me a little bit about that, a little history on that, because I'm not very familiar with that, but it seems like I think he was trying to take over, or I mean, give me a little feedback on that.
See, with that, I think we got a little bit of miscommunication and things getting a little bit blown out of proportion. Excuse me. As I've mentioned before, Bulrog has been a part of our family for a long time. He's as close as a brother to us, and very much someone who I've always considered one of those people that you can call on and will be there. Now, as far as taking over the GOAT, no. What we're really seeing is the GOAT. You're talking about four of the coolest cats you ever saw walking the planet. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a part of the crew. Everybody wants to be a part of the. Everybody wants a piece of the action. That's all it is. For years, Joe Bulrog wanted to side up right next to us, wanted to be the fifth man, wanted to be the one that we at. But him and 100 others. You know what I'm talking about?
Membership is required, and that's what they'll allow you.
It's a very exclusive fraternity that / sorority. Shout out to the Ghost Sisters. Members only.
So you got any little message from Mr. Joe Bulrog? Cause he did a little promo there. He's talking about for you, and I quote, bring your best, Kris Kage. So I mean, from what I've seen, Kris Kage, when he brings his best, he's no joke. So you got any message for him and saying you gotta bring your best?
I mean, I hate to sound cliche and throw an old classic at him, but be careful what you wish for, Joe. Because like the Ultimate War just mentioned, when Kris Kage is at his best, that means danger. Actually, the thing it means the most is what I think I proved the last time we were at Project Codename Wrestling, and which Joe knows very much about me, is that I will do anything I have to do. Anything I have to do to keep that record clean, baby.
Yep. I seen the first time.
My question to Joe is, you know what? I don't got something to say to Joe. I got something to ask Joe. My question to Joe is he willing to go as far as I'm willing to go?
That's a good question.
What he wants. Because he knows me, Joe. You know me. You know I'll do anything. And even if that means hurting you, for the time being, it's just going to have to be something you live with, something you're going to have to accept. Just like you're going to have to accept what went down between me and Whiplash, you're going to have to accept what happens between you and me on Saturday night. Because I promise you, you're going to have to go home and soak it in.
Yep. And I saw the match between you and Whiplash. You didn't pull back. You didn't do anything. Y'all went all out. And that, so I mean, Joe's gonna have his hands full come on Saturday. So I just want to promote the event again. The event is Pro Wrestling Codename Reload, and the match that I'm sponsoring again is Mr. Joe Bulrog versus Absolute Kris Kage and whatnot. So that's gonna be at the Union County in New Jersey, Union Township, 1050 Jeanette Avenue, Boys and Girls Club of Union County. So don't miss that. There's gonna be a bunch of other matches, but this is the match that I decided. And I'm gonna say I decided to sponsor because this is a match in the making 14 years. And I'm telling you right now, because I seen it myself. Joe, He's not gonna pull back. Kris is gonna go all out. I've seen it myself firsthand. So, you know, I'm just giving you a warning. That's all I'm doing.
Give him the warning, baby. Tell him. You
Yeah.
tell him.
I mean, he's gonna remember this. The last match that you had with Whiplash, by any means necessary, you won. So,
That's right.
I mean, he gotta get me ready because what I saw with you and Whiplash, you did not pull back.
And we're talking about my brother here. We're talking about the person that I'm closest to, that I love and I trust the most in this world. You understand?
Yep.
And that's what Joe needs to pay attention to. I think he needs to go back and he needs to watch that tape. He needs to see what I'm willing to do, even in the ring against my brother of the blood. Imagine what I'm gonna do when I step into the ring with the Iron Fist Joe Bulrog. Imagine what levels I'm gonna stoop to get that win.
No.
Joe, I'm telling you, you're not walking out with the win on Saturday.
Yes,
It's gonna be another one. And if you want, when it's all over, you can give me a call and I'll counsel you through it. All right?
Okay. Oh man. So, Kris, let everybody know where they could reach you on your social media platform and YouTube and all that stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate the Ultimate One for sponsoring the match on Saturday. I cannot wait to see you in Union, Jersey. But until then, you can catch me on all your social platforms at Absolute Cage, Facebook Kris Kage, and Left Hand on Top Productions on YouTube. That's Left Hand on Top Productions.
Yes.
On YouTube. Check it out. We got promos, we got matches, we got music videos, and I got a lot more content coming, especially a lot of the stuff you're about to see upcoming, as the Ultimate One alluded to. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, Ultimate One, for having me as always. And you already know.
Dude, you family here. I think you've been the guy who's been in my show the most and whatnot. You know, and you always welcome, man. So again, I like I said, I am honored to sponsor this match. Again, guys, you can check out the Chokeslam Wrestling Report at the YouTube channel. You can also check me out and iHeartRadio, iTunes, all that stuff. But go check this match out. If you live in the New Jersey area, New York area, or Connecticut area, man, go check out this match. This is gonna be again, and I said this the last time that your match was gonna be the match that was gonna steal the show. In June, that's what's gonna steal the show because it's so much. It's personal, and you gotta see it. So check out my man Kris Kage. Again, guys, thank you again for showing up. Once again, Kris, thank you for coming in and you know showing love. Until next time, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, I'll check you guys out.